take on the world. Standing up tall, we gotta make it our own. No waiting around. Winners would never look down. No one can stop us, we got it. The future is right in our hands. Give it 100%. We gonna take on the world. Yeah, we gotta move. Speaking the truth. Yeah, paying our dues. We making the news. Yeah, we hitting the roof. No, we don't wanna lose. Climbing and shaking the walls. We gotta break all the rules.
All right. Yeah, same as usual. We'll just wait till people start trickling in and let chat pump us up. Pump me up, chat.
Yeah, I know people are just sitting in bed like. You ever do this number where you're like just watching it above your head and like dropping on your face?
Bro.
Yeah.
Too many times too many. What about you?
Never done that.
Really?
I'm super careful with my phone, and that's never happened to me. Never done anything embarrassing in my life.
Oh.
I don't even know why I mentioned it.
Did you know Easter was actually about you?
Yeah. Because...
Oh gosh, that's just too far. I'm literally gonna die on the spot.
Are you talking about like the eggs and the bunny and stuff, or?
Yeah.
I'm trying to save your soul.
You will save your soul. Yeah. No, I've done that a few times, and it's usually when it's like super late and I'm in bed and I'm tired and I'm already doing the whole like head nod thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I must finish this TikTok for some reason.
Yeah. The dopamine, man, you gotta hit it.
The dopamine.
Dude, my wife does that. Like, she passes out when she's on the phone and stuff. Like, I never, man. It's like if I don't like plan on going to sleep, if I don't try to go to sleep, it's like I just can't. It sucks. I think I got like some form of insomnia or something like that. I want to get older. I'm 34 now. I'm gonna be like 35 in May. I want to get like 45 or 50, however long it takes, so I can be one of those old dads that just like. Yeah, it looks so good. It looks so comfortable just to sleep whenever, however.
Yeah.
Even when I had, I got 2 kids, man, and they were like, being babies, and even then, man, it was like, no matter how late at night it was, or whatever, it was like if they woke up and I woke up with them, whatever, I was up. I hated it. 3 in the morning, got to get ready for work at 6 or whatever, and I'm awake all those hours.
Yeah,
like a damn zombie.
I'll say at boot camp, that's where I learned to like. I mean, before I even joined the military, I could sleep pretty good, but boot camp, like, you just learn like you fall asleep anywhere and everywhere to get even like 30 seconds of some sort of shut eye. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty incredible, and I've carried that over into my post-military life, and it's a skill that I'll always cherish.
Dude, my brother went infantry, and he has a picture of him sleeping in this, like, to call it a shelter is like an overstatement, but it's literally looks like a gravel rock path, and he's just zonked out, dude. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, like, it was just like we would do these exercises when we would go to the field, and you have to like sit out on the perimeter, pull security.
Yeah.
Like, you're laying down on the prone position, and you got your ARs out. I learned to like be able to just like rest my cheek on it and just pass out, but still like look like I'm looking down my sights.
Dude, he was in the mech unit, whatever. So he's on the Mat B, like the Humvee, whatever. For if any people are watching. But anyway, he's like this, and I forget what they call it. Like, they're like COs or something like that, but they come by and give you like this little gold coin. You know what I'm talking about? No? Yes? Maybe? Anyway. So they come by and give you this little gold coin or whatever if you're like doing a good job and stuff.
Everybody does. Yeah. Any
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of leader has a challenge coin.
Yeah, so okay. So that's what it's called. Anyway. I don't So he's passed out just standing straight up leaning on this thing, right? And this dude taps him on the shoulder and he turns around and looks at him and he's like, doing a good job, soldier, keep it up. He hands him the coin.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
That was probably just a leader who's like, I've been there, done that, and I can appreciate that skill set.
Yeah, to sleep standing straight up.
I reward you. Yeah.
That was tough.
All right. Well, we got two individuals watching, one from Twitch and one from the YouTube you. So
Awesome.
we'll go and take a 5 seconds pause, and then we'll get started. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining another edition of the Jacksonville Jaguars Fan Battle Podcast. I am your host, Matthew Grieve, and my co-host joining me today is Cody Cold Gaming. What's up, Cody?
So what's up? Raise hell, praise Dale.
Yes. Yes. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
You know, we have like a pre-show, and we talk about what we're going to talk about. I guess maybe now we need to talk about how we're going to introduce ourselves, because that just threw me for a loop. Love it, though.
It is what it is.
So we'll just dive right into it. This is, I believe, week 3 of free agency in the books for the National Football League. The Jacksonville Jaguars did officially complete some signings, free agent signings, both of them being offensive linemen, one being Josh Wells, who we talked about last week, and the other being Chandler Brewer. And we talked a little bit about this week, pretty in depth actually, how Josh Wells, at least, he's just kind of a body, a guy who can fill in when needed. But you know, I've had a week to kind of digest it and read about it a little bit more. You know, I'm happy with the signing. I was happy with it last week, but I think it's good depth. It's not just necessarily just a body. I think he's a serviceable body. So if that makes sense. So
yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it, really. I mean, it's just a guy to fill the roster spot, and it's like where we had trouble in the past with offensive linemen going down or whatever. We just need somebody to be there to pick it up, and him and Josh Wells and Brewer could be those people. So,
well, Brewer has actually an interesting history. He came out of Middle Tennessee State in 2019, undrafted. He bounced around with the Rams for a bit. But in 2022, he played in 6 games for the Rams. He started 4 of them at right guard last season. Then he was on the injured reserve in November and December. So we're picking up 2 guys that I guess finished the years off on an injury note.
Yeah.
But in total, he's played 13 NFL games, including the 4 starts for the Rams last year. So it's nice to see that we're getting bodies, but not just bodies that, you know, won't even make the cut. These are guys that have NFL starting reps. So
yeah,
I'll take that. Although Brandon Scherf started every game last year at right guard. So
I really want to play that Josh Wells video of him getting injured.
We might have to.
Okay.
Not today, though.
Right. Ah. Yeah.
Well, if you have it.
Oh, do I have it? I don't know.
Well, I don't know how to do it.
I could I could send it like the link to you, and then you could just play it, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it like without like sharing the entire screen.
Okay.
No, I know there's a way that I can just open up a window next to us, but I don't know how to do that. But that's something that we could put on the books for next week.
All right, yeah, we'll do that.
A little teaser, guys.
Yeah,
we're gonna show a video. Okay, cool. So those were the 2 signings. We had a retirement. Defensive lineman Corey Peters. Thank you for your service to the National Football League. I hope you ride off into the sunset in a glorious manner. What say you?
Did he play it down as a Jaguar? I know he was on the practice squad when he retired.
Did he? I think he did. Right?
I mean, if he did, it was like I don't know. I just don't remember.
No, most of his significant playing time was with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Let me check his stats real quick. It's probably something I should have had up before. Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday in that movie. You know that movie?
Yeah.
What movie is that?
Liar Liar.
Yeah.
It is?
Is it
Okay.
Liar Liar?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's not Liar Liar.
It just feels like Liar. Oh wait. It's I know it's Jim Carrey, right? Yeah, it's like Ace Ventura or something.
Yeah. Dang, now I need to Google that because I use that phrase all the time. Because I'm an old man. Pro Football Reference. Okay, with the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2022. Oh, he started 3 games with us, played 12.
Okay.
20 tackles, 11 solo, 5 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits.
So he started the first 3 games last year?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, we did pretty good in those games. This one, like Devin Lloyd was getting interceptions and Trayvon Walker was getting sacks.
Yeah, that's when our defensive coordinator was like and talked about, oh, this guy's going to be gone next year for head coaching position.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Also, so I found out because I made a mistake on our last podcast where I was like, they should move 2 or 3, 4. Like they did.
Right.
Yeah. It turns out they did. So yeah. So one of the problems with the defense could be that they keep changing the scheme every year.
Yeah.
But it's like to suit the players that we're drafting or that we're getting, or so I mean it kind of makes sense, but like at the same time it's like I don't know how much do you expect them to carry over?
Yeah, no, I think we'll have some continuity finally on the team,
Right.
having pulling people from last year into this year, so that'll be good.
Do you think Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen have like a breakout year? I mean, does Trayvon Walker have a breakout year, and does Josh Allen like stand up to his potential?
This is an excellent question. My knee-jerk reaction is absolutely.
Right.
We talked about it last week where Walker just needs to clean up just a handful of his boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah,
and that helps out a lot. And again, we just talked about it. There's some continuity coming into the season from previous season with the same staff, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
So, my knee-jerk reaction is absolutely.
Right.
I think so. But as Josh Allen has shown us, who has more than 1 year, Trayvon Walker, I kind of feel, I feel okay having expectations of him doing better. Josh Allen, though, has shown us that he hasn't really, done that big jump that we've been expecting from him. So I'm a little hesitant. Right.
Yeah, it's weird because I still feel like there's a ceiling there, but it's
right.
Yeah, I just don't know, and I'm not ready to bank on that. Like I don't know if I would bet. Like if somebody came up to me right now, do you think like Josh Allen's gonna have like 10, 15 sacks next year or whatever? I'd be like, ugh. Give me $1.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, who knows? I think this year we're gonna get a better picture of what they want Trayvon Walker to do and what it'll look like. And I really don't think he'll ever be that, maybe he'll hit double-digit sacks, like 10 or 11, but I don't think he'll ever be that, like 16, 17, 18, 20, But I think we'll get a better idea of what they had in mind when they drafted him first overall instead of Aiden Hutchinson. So,
yeah.
I'm expecting big things out of Trayvon Walker. Josh Allen, I reserve my answer.
I mean, he turns into like a value pick then, whatever. Like as far as like other teams needing an edge, and them also thinking that he could lead up to that potential. I know you said no draft talk, whatever. So I'll briefly mention this, but we have like 3 first-round edge rushers on our team currently, and they all do not had the potential of first rounders. Let's just say that. So there's somebody saying that we draft edges terribly, and it's hard not to agree with that. So maybe we go after those like, we kind of get rid of like the, because we were talking about last season like trading Josh Allen, like potentially doing that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and right now, like if I was doing like a Madden rebuild or something like that, whatever. I mean, it seems like be one of the perfect times to do it, especially for like a draft pick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And then the last notes for free agency week 3 that was for the Jacksonville Jaguars. These are unsigned players that were on the roster last year. One being tight end Dan Arnold, who, if you remember, we received in the trade from C.J. Henderson, who I think, even if we don't end up signing Dan Arnold, I think we got the better end of that deal still. And then defensive lineman Dwayne Smoot. I think that's been very quiet, very under the radar. You haven't heard that much. Like, I feel like after we've lost who we've lost, we haven't really done much on the line. I kind of think we have to get Smoot. I mean, have you heard at all what's holding that up?
No, not at all. And it's weird too because Dwayne Smoot is he keeps tabs of his social media. Like he's a social media guy. He's got a YouTube channel and everything. And he's really entertaining or whatever. And if people want to find him more, they should just go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I actually hope that we get that done. Just because he's one of those like Avery Jones kind of players that we had, on the defensive line. He's just solid. He's a solid guy. And you need those big bodies in those passing lanes because we got Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. In this league. So
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there needs to be somebody there. And I don't know. It's like, are those guys in the draft or whatever? Like, is that what they're hoping to find? Dan Arnold, man, he was like one of those guys that you would hear about like a lot during the Minshew era. Yeah, he was throwing him a lot or whatever. So I mean, he seems like a solid guy. Or whatever. If Evan Ingram goes down, who do we got? Because Dan Arnold was like 2, right?
No,
it wasn't.
I don't think so. I liked him as the number 2, but they didn't play him like he was the number 2.
Yeah.
He was more. Wasn't O'Shaughnessy? Was it?
Oh yeah, O'Shaughnessy.
And I don't think it was. I think Dan Arnold is a freaking good like pass catching tight end.
Yeah.
But I think behind Evan Ingram, they played somebody else who wasn't necessarily just pass catching. Somebody that was also a very good blocker as well. Let me see.
Luke Farrell.
Farrell, was he number 2?
Yeah, Luke Farrell's number 2.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep. And I don't remember his name being called up too much.
No, and I don't remember hearing Dan Arnold's very much either. But that's okay. When you have Evan Ingram, you don't really need names. So
yeah. Exactly.
Dwayne Smoot. So yeah, if we don't find Dan Arnold, I'm okay.
Nika said Luke Farrell.
Oh, what, Luke Farrell? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Dwayne Smoot last year had 21 combined tackles and 5 sacks. So I think that's, again, with what we've lost and what we have not added, I think we need to pick him up. Would be interesting to see. Like you said, are we just waiting for the draft and then making our move? So Luke for Hall of Fame. He probably is now. It's interesting. I've heard some people talk about the Jaguars potentially taking a tight end in the first round, because where they sit at, they could potentially grab the number 1 tight end in the draft.
Who is?
We're going to talk about more about the draft later, but
Okay.
that is later next week. That's the only reason I bring that up is because I think Dan Arnold's connected to that potentially.
Right.
Also, Evan Ingram's lack of a long-term contract, but the offseason is still young, so yeah. Moving on, Howard Balzer on Twitter had said, quote, he quoted Shad Khan, "I think we've cracked the code. We've got a great head coach. We got a great general manager. We've got a great quarterback, and that's the trifecta for success in the NFL."
Right.
And then Howard went on to say, "Cracked the code, question mark? Like no one else knows that?" Yes, Howard. Everybody knows that. But when you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, an organization ran to the ground year after year after year, yeah, we'll take what we'll take what Shad Khan just said.
Right.
It may have taken us a long time to figure it out that was the code, but we finally figured it out. I think. Even though last year we wanted Balky's head on a stick, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, so you got this English guy that comes over and buys this team, and I think it's like so it's like you're just, it's kind of like looking for love if you have like millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So it's like just the people that come to you, or whatever. They're not like telling you, the truth like a fan would. You know what I mean? And he's kind of tuning us out for like a long time. I don't know. There's only been like a couple of times where he actually even addressed us.
Yep.
So yeah, that has something to do with it, I think, or whatever, because we've been right before, and even with the Trent Baalke thing or whatever, there was truth there, and he has a clown statue on his table, whatever, to remind him of how much truth that that got to him. So we're doing something right. You know what I mean? But like the people that come up to him, they see like, oh, this is a position that I could be in, or this is a position I can get my friends in once I'm in there or whatever. So I don't know. Dave Caldwell doesn't seem like the type of guy that was like telling them the truth or whatever. I missed out on all these draft picks and all this stuff or whatever. Yeah. So probably it probably does take people longer to realize what we know as simple things in that position.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. Shad Khan, he has his, just as any human being, but especially the NFL owners, they have their good sides and their bad sides. The good side is Shad Khan is not afraid to spend money, and
right.
we're excited about that. The bad side, which could be a good side, but up to this point has been a bad side, is that he has given coaches and GMs a longer leash than they probably should have.
Right.
So, saying that, when you're letting these leashes go long and longer and longer, you're keeping individuals in position in decision making positions that are part of that trifecta, right? And so I think finally we've cracked, like he said, we've cracked that code and nailed the trifecta. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that Gus Bradley thing. Too loyal. Exactly. I think. I mean, imagine like Gus Bradley sitting across the table from you, and he's like, after another loss, like of a season or whatever, it's just terrible. It's not even like.
He's like, guys, we lost.
Yeah,
it's all right though.
We just got
the day off.
We just got to keep, going at it and fighting the good fight and chopping wood and brick by brick, guys. And Shad Khan's just buying that.
I don't know. Khan, Sonika989 from YouTube says, Urban sold Khan plain beans, the ultimate Khan. I see what you did there. Khan. I see what you did there. Shad Khan, I think most people know this. He's had this weird obsession with Urban Meyer. And I guess weird is not an accurate term. He's had his eye on Urban Meyer, and I think that's only because, and I've talked about this when we talked about Urban Meyer previously. Urban Meyer, all he's done is win, 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 no matter what. No matter what, like literally no matter what.
Right.
Like he'll take murderers. Like no matter what, he won. So
yeah.
And then we've talked about Shah Khan. He's not the most football minded individual. He knows football, like football on the pitch in England in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And he's not been putting the right individuals in the place. So I can get why you would be infatuated with an individual who's just won on not so many levels. He's won at the highest level multiple times in college. So I could see it.
That's what I mean. Like most average football fans were like, they saw that coming from a mile away, man. And then the only people that had their blinders on were people that were being lied to, and then Florida fans.
Michael Roach from YouTube says Duval.
Hey, gang.
What's up, man?
I'm still upset at him, man. I tried to find him during what was it? It was like the Chargers game, it was the Chargers game.
We were all there. We were all there.
And he was like, "I'm in this spot," so I go over there, whatever. I'm like, "Hey, are you Michael Roach?" And he was like, "No." Are you Michael Roach? No. Are you Michael Roach? Dude, I look like an idiot for like 30 minutes. Dude, it wasn't 30 minutes, but
dude, I drove straight down from my home to the game. By the time I got there, like the game was about to start. I still went because the last text message everyone had said was that y'all were in the Daly's place.
Yeah.
And so I went there and I walked around. Even after all those many hours of driving, I was like, let me go see all my buddies. Nobody was there. Yeah. Although I know where Sam was sitting, so I went and said hi to Sam, and then I went to my seat. But Michael says, LMAO, we will get the gang all together at a game this season. I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope it's the Super Bowl. Cool. So Cody walked right by us. Interesting. Did you know that?
And he didn't even say nothing.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
Dang.
He let me get 5 feet away from him like a child molester or something.
First cut is the deepest.
What? No, the sex offender. What do they? Oh, they can't be like 30 feet away from schools and stuff like that. Right. That's what Michael Roach did to me, dude.
Oh man, that has to hurt.
Yeah, jerk.
So one last thing that we wanted to talk about, I think this was major NFL news, especially for individuals that might live outside of their favorite team's region, like myself. The NFL Sunday Ticket Red Zone prices has been released from YouTube TV subscribers. So currently, individuals that pay for YouTube TV, the NFL Sunday Ticket will cost $349 a season. But if they sign up before June 6th, it'll only be $249. If you want Red Zone, it's $289 if you sign up early. But if you wait till after June 6th, you pay $389. For those that... Now, this is interesting. This next part, who's the current... or who was the previous holder of the DirecTV? DirecTV did not offer NFL Sunday Ticket to anybody unless they had a DirecTV package or if they were students. So YouTube is actually offering NFL Sunday Ticket and Red Zone to people outside of YouTube TV. And if you are one of those individuals, the price will be $449 a season. But if you sign up early before June 6th, you'll pay $349. If you want the Red Zone included, it's $489. But if you pay early, it's $389. So, being somebody that lives outside of the Jacksonville Jaguars region, I'll see this. The closest team, unfortunately, are the Titans. Then I have the Falcons. Actually, no, the closest team will be the Carolina Panthers. Sorry. Carolina Panthers are the closest to me, which is meh, whatever, that's fine. but then it's like the Titans, Washington Commanders. Like there's so many other teams that I'll see before I see the Jaguars. So I'm willing to pay extra instead of what I've been doing lately, which is finding some random rigged stream that falls apart after like 5 minutes, right? So I'm okay with the price that they're asking people. I planned on moving to YouTube TV anyways. I have Spectrum and they're pure garbage. And so I've been waiting to see if there were specials out for YouTube TV subscribers. So I'll be making the jump and I'm fine with the pricing. I don't think you feel the same way, Cody.
The price of YouTube TV NFL Sunday ticket is too damn high. Like giraffe pussy high, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? $489 for Red Zone? Bro, we go to Disney for cheaper than that, just so you know. Like, I created a petition. It's on my page right now, whatever, you can sign it. This is ridiculous for like average working class fans that just want to see their favorite team play. I mean, at most it should be $20 a month. And that's just like if you pick like your specific team, whatever, you only get to see that team, that team play or whatever. Because even then you got blackout games, you got stuff that shows up on like Amazon Prime or whatever. It's like you got to get this membership, sign up for this, whatever. And YouTube TV, YouTube is owned by Google, mega corporation. Are you taking money from hardworking families? And it's $7 for an egg right now, dude. Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm hot over this. But yeah, man, just let me watch my team. Come on. You don't got to be so greedy, dude. Either make it cheaper or we'll steal it. Yo ho ho, Pirate of the Seven Seas, right here, my guy.
So
and Michael Roach, I love you, man. I was just joking about earlier.
So NFL Sunday Ticket in 2021. Yeah, so the NFL Sunday Ticket in 2021 would cost you out of pocket $293.34.
20. Okay, it's for like the entire season.
Yeah, so for $293 but that was with DirecTV. So that's on top of, hey, you're going to pay $293, but also we're going to require you to get one of our packages. And it wasn't just like, you couldn't just get the base package with DirecTV. You had to get like a higher tier package, and then you could pay extra for NFL Sunday Ticket. So, and you didn't get Red Zone. And so that was in 2021, 2 years ago. And here we are having YouTube. Yeah, they're offering the Sunday Ticket at $349, which is about a $50 increase compared to what DirecTV was offering. But you don't have to subscribe to YouTube TV. They're letting you just stay disconnected, unplugged, and they'll still let you watch your favorite team from afar.
Oh my God. Are they going to give me a reach around too? Because that's what they owe. That's what they owe me after that much money. Bro, come on. Like, what, I could do it, but what am I going to tell my kids when they don't eat? I'm not saying it would be that bad or whatever, but I gotta imagine like, hey, honey, I got, I know we're like, we're not struggling, we're doing okay, whatever, but some small things, whatever, can get you behind the wire for a long time, whatever. So
for sure,
you know what I mean. So it's like, and especially with like how expensive things are nowadays, whatever. This just adds to the cost. But imagine like going up to your significant other or whoever you split bills with or whatever, and be like, hey, it's only $289. That doesn't go over well ever.
From YouTube, Nika989 says, can people share passwords? Everyone chip in. So I actually was part of a conversation with a group of people where they said, I guess 3 people can share the same account. I could be wrong.
Okay.
And so if you split that up between three homeless people, there's 3 more people that could watch it, right? So, You know, $350. So if you pay early and you don't have YouTube TV, you're paying $390. You're getting NFL Sunday Ticket and you're getting Red Zone prices, or Red Zone, right? So that's for August, September, October, November,
350 divided by.
December, January. I mean, so 7 months, right?
Mhm.
It's really not that bad of a deal if you break it down month by month. Now, I don't know if they're going to make you pay it all up front or if it's a monthly fee that's added to your bill. I'm not entirely sure, but
So how many games like are you going to be able to watch? Like, if you just pick the package for like your team or something like that.
well, I would assume isn't like wouldn't preseason be included, and then you got
The preseason don't count, bro.
in practice,
Practice, yeah, we're talking about practice.
and then the Jaguars. I mean, you got you look at the first round bye, but then we got the divisional round, and then we got the AFC Championship game. We got the Super Bowl. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah.
we got,
So 15 games, you're talking about $22 a game for $350.
hey, I'll take it from the comfort of my own home. I think it's worth it. Again, this is coming from somebody who freaking has to like. I wasn't gonna buy DirecTV. I've had DirecTV before, and I wasn't happy with it, so I never broke down about it. And so I always used the illegal streams, but they always broke down. So that was always fun. Spending half of my Sunday afternoons trying to find a stream that worked. So I'm
Yeah,
happy with it. I'm excited. I'll be an investor.
yeah, an investor, dude. They should give you a damn gold YouTube plaque for signing up for that.
Yeah.
How does it feel, man?
How's it feel?
Yeah, because I know you're happy about it and stuff like that, but some people like getting fucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since you're local, you could still watch most of the games
Yeah, but even here, like,
without it.
no. So I lived south of Jacksonville, right? And you buy internet, and they give you a modem, and the modem comes from Orlando. So I'm getting Tampa Bay games as local games. Yeah,
That
and
doesn't make any sense.
I'm just a couple hours south of Jacksonville at the time. I'm not anymore. Whatever, thank God. But like, for those people, it's like, come on. And Jacksonville is not taking care of its local market, like at all in that regard. Like Jaguars organization should be hitting up internet providers like around the area or whatever and giving out like Jacksonville modems so more people can watch games and stuff like that. But
That's interesting.
yeah, man. It's like people are. So that what was I to do down there? Same thing that you did, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Where was that at?
Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah, which is not far.
I mean,
45
it's
minutes.
Stark, right? It's Stark.
It's 45 minutes though.
It's Stark.
It's between Jacksonville and Gainesville.
It's Stark.
Yeah.
It's Stark. It's that town that you accidentally drive through.
Yeah, man. I like those towns.
Actually, yeah, that's the kind of town I live in. I used to work at University of Florida, and I lived in Middleburg, and I'd make that drive every day. I enjoyed it. I listened to the podcasts and stuff. So, the
Lottie speed trap. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, Leonard Skinner is from Green Cove.
Yeah.
And that's they're all Duval.
Duval. All right. Well, is there anything? I think we're gonna close the show out now. Is there anything you wanted to talk about before we shut her down?
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna start doing Madden rebuilds for before the draft actually hits or whatever. For like a couple of teams. So just a one season draft. We're gonna go through. We're gonna draft the players that the fans want to pick, whatever. So CJ Stroud will likely be going to the Colts. I'm just doing it for the AFC South. And then we'll simulate the entire season and see how you did. So it's every episode is probably going to be like an hour long, and we'll do it on Wednesdays at 8.
Nice. And what platform will that be on?
Oh, it would be Facebook.
So Facebook Wednesdays at 8.
Yep.
Awesome. And where can we find you if we wanted to follow you?
So at Cody Cold Gaming, and Probably outside of YouTube headquarters with a Molotov cocktail.
Molotov cocktail.
That's a joke, man. Please, I know that the DOD and stuff like that be tripping sometimes. They be like knocking on your door and it's a joke. But
yeah. Cool. All right. So for me, you guys can find me at Jags Fan Battle. That's on Twitter. You can also find me personally at Matthew G Sports. That's another Twitter, but I'd love for everyone to go to Jags Fan Battle on Twitter. We also will be ramping up here. I know I keep saying it, but it's a work in progress. The Jacksonville Jaguars Fan Battle podcast, the network. We're slowly but surely almost there to finishing up. You know, we're rebranding everything. We got a new logo. Everything's gonna be different. The same awesome people talking about the same awesome things. The Jacksonville Jaguars. We're just gonna be looking different. We're gonna be looking fly. We're gonna looking, as they used to say in the 90s, we're gonna be tight. We're gonna be looking tight, right?
all
we're
that
gonna
in
be
a bag of chips.
Bomb.com.
Yeah, the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, all that in a bag of chips. So please follow us. Please, all our shows we're on Spotify, we're on an Apple Podcast, we're on all of them. Download the shows, listen to them, share with your friends, your mom, your aunt, uncle, your dogs, caretaker, everybody. And also on the bottom, you'll see fanbattlesports.com. That's the website for the AFC South Fan Battle Network. Some great content you can find on there for all of the AFC South teams. Again, we're building out the Jacksonville Jaguars network. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be tight. And, but yeah, please join us the next few weeks. We actually will be having, Cody doesn't even know this, here in the next few weeks, we will be having a special guest on to talk about the NFL draft. I'm not going to give any names away. Keep you on your toes, on the edge of your seat. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Say again?
So, oh my God, who is that?
Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us for another edition of the Jacksonville Jaguars Fan Battle. Stay awesome.
A shout out to the Lottie Speed Trap and fuck YouTube.
And I will edit that out.